stay tuned and let's check out this Marvel Legends Spider-Man Wave Spider Shot. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and remember now you can hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we continue checking out the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Wave. As in front of me today we have Spider Shot, otherwise known as Assassin Spider-Man. Technically he goes by both names, but Assassin Spider-Man is probably better known, and it's a better description of this Spider-Man character, as it's a different reality version of Peter Parker once again. Another Spider-Man from across the multiverse. This one sort of went down a darker path and doesn't mind killing people, and he's basically an assassin for hire, and he can turn his web shooters into guns, and we can represent that with these blast effects in this figure. So it does look like a pretty cool character design, like a sort of Black Ops version of Spider-Man. He teams up with Wolverine. I think it first debuted in a What If Wolverine issue, but he has went on to appear amongst the Spider-Verse. I think Doc Ock's version of Superior Spider-Man tried to hire him as well. So he has got a little bit of history, and as I said, it's a cool looking character design for Spider-Man with the blacks and reds. So we get a couple of interchangeable hands as well as those blast effects, and it is on the modern designed card back. On the back of the packaging, we get a better look at the digital render and a write-up that reads, after a mission goes wrong, an alternative version of Peter Parker leaves his old life behind to target the Black Ops world as a killer for hire. So without further ado, let's get it open. Here we have Spider Shot out of the packaging with those accessories on the table, which is mainly interchangeable hands with the blast effect. So I'll move them out the way. He is on the brand new Renew Your Vows Spider-Man body. So he is completely pinless all the way around. The only difference is they have glued these pouches on to his waist. If I get the tape measure out, you can see he's just under 6.5 inches tall. So this guy's going to have a great range of articulation, and I have no doubts you'll be able to get it in some great poses. But before we take a closer look, let's have a quick word from our friends at Legendsverse. Let me introduce you to legendsverse.com, a place all Marvel Legends collectors are going to want to know about. If you are looking for an easy way to keep track of your collection, what figures you have, and create wish lists, then Legendsverse can do all of this and so much more. It's a comprehensive Marvel Legends database that once you have added your collection, gives you stats like how many figures you own, how many waves and builder figures you have completed, and how much your collection is worth right now. Organize your collection in teams, upload photos of each figure, look at price guides, and share your collection with friends by showcasing your own profile. Go and sign up and see for yourself. Legendsverse.com. If you collect Marvel Legends, you should absolutely check them out. Links in the description. Now, I do think this is a new head sculpt for Spider Shot, as I don't think we have seen this before. Maybe we have, maybe it's the black lenses which have really putting me off, because we don't really see that for Spider-Man. He definitely looks more sinister with the full-on black lenses. There's no white in there. You can see the scrunched up angry expression underneath the mask as well, with those sculpted lines around where the nose would be. But otherwise there is no texture in the mask. It's a very clean and slick looking design with the red and then the black eyes. Really nice. The same could be said with the rest of the body, with this Spider-Man logo on the chest with that red V, and that continues up and over the shoulder, and then it attaches to a second spider on the back as well. Really clean lines, I'm happy to report, with the V, the black, a little bit of red on the forearms as well, a little bit of red down here on the crotch area, but otherwise it's black all the way down to the feet. Now you'll notice I said it was the Renew Your Vows body, but there are no toe joints, and also the shoulders seem to be a little bit different. So in regards to like articulation, you're still going to be able to get great range, but it's not 100% the same as the Renew Your Vows body. There are some changes like the feet, the shoulders, and these added pouches on the waist here. Now these are obviously to hold his ammo, as he can now turn his web shooters into guns, and of course they hold his web as usual, but his webs in this costume, if I remember correctly, are black. I think. But anyway, really nice, slick looking character design for Spider-Man. As I said, it's more of a stealthy Black Ops version of Spider-Man Really, really like it. So in regards to articulation, arms will go up, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. Even though these trigger finger sort of hands, triggered hands, look like guns, they have the side to side hinge, which is a bit annoying. Like, I think they should have had the up and down hinge, but anyway, they have the side to side hinge. Butterfly joint is decent as well, going back and forward, but the shoulder joints are definitely different to the Renew Your Vows. You get the cut at the waist there, so that's where you're going to get your swivel, and you get a little bit of tilt there as well, so that's on a ball joint. And then of course you still get your crunch down here at the waist, so really solid range on your Spider-Man crunching forward, no problems there at all. The legs still have the drop down element, as you can see me doing there, but I think the pouches might hinder the legs going up a little bit. As you can see, they get hit on those pouches, but they still go forward like massively. Like, look at that, you can kick up all day long. So again, still a great range on this Spider-Man. And of course, you're going to have your double jointed pinless knees, you've got the boot swivel, and as I said, no toe joint on the toes, but that isn't the be all end all, at least for me. So yeah, the pouches are the new sculpted glued on parts on both sides of the waist, which is an accurate element to this costume design, but otherwise it is a very slick looking design that I like for this stealthy version of Spider-Man. Now you'll notice with these hands, these are newly sculpted, as they have a tiny little hole on the inside. Now you probably can't see on camera, but both of these hands have a tiny little hole on the inside, so we can plug in the blast effects that come with this figure. So let's do that. And here we have the blast effects plugged into the hands. Now, it's a little bit hard to focus, but you can see here that the blast effects plug into the inside of the palm there. They're often a little bit of an angle, but you do have the hinge on the wrists and have a really good butterfly joint as well. So you'll be able to get him posed up so he's a little bit more accurate with his target. But they are a nice piece to this figure, a nice little character element that is unique for this particular Spider-Man as well. So I like how they've recreated that power set in plastic for our display to set them apart for some of our other Spider-Men. And of course, you can recreate that panel in the comics that he's known for when he first revealed he had guns in his webs. But of course, it is still a Peter Parker, so he has all the regular Spider-Man powers, including sweeping hands. He also has a set of fisted hands, because this Spider-Man is not afraid to get in fights, and he may not be that quippy, witty, funny guy cracking jokes in battle anymore, but I'm going to blame all that time hanging around with Wolverine. And just pointing out that the Renew Your Vows head absolutely fits onto this body as well, but that Peter is far too happy for this version of Spider-Man. Moving into comparisons, here we have our Spider Shot compared to a couple of Spider-Man on the Renew Your Vows body. Now, all of these are completely pinless Marvel Legends, which is great to see. And they are very similar, as they do reuse a lot of the same parts. But as I said, this one in the middle does not have the same toe joint that these two have. The shoulders are definitely different as well. The head's different. The pouches have been added. So there are lots of similarities, but it's not dead on the same mold. But just to show you, you can still get this guy into some crazy cool poses. There is lots of articulation on this guy, all the articulation you're going to need for a Spider-Man figure, to be completely honest. Really like it. Here we have Spider Shot compared to a couple of other popular Marvel Legends Spider-Man books. It is the 60th anniversary and the classic Pizza Spider-Man. This design is honestly fast becoming one of my favourite alternative looks. And here we have a couple of others of my favourites. It is the Iron Spider and the Spider Armour Mark 1. Here we have Kane and Spider-Man UK, who I believe are both worthy now of getting that pinless upgrade, please Hasbro. Here we have Spider Shot with his partner in crime. It is of course Wolverine, but to be more accurate, you probably need a brown suited Wolverine that would fit with this Spider-Man a little bit better. But here we have, I think, the Love Triangle and the Juggernaut Wave version of Wolverine. I'm hoping we get an updated pinless version of the brown suit. Holding out hope. For a regular female, here we have Shriek and then the 3-pack version of Venom. Here we have Hammerhead and then the brand new Tombstone, who was also a part of this wave, review on the channel now. And here we have the other variant Spider-Man from this very same wave. It is, of course, Last Stand Spider-Man. Honestly, these are two great additions to your Spider-Verse collections. Two solid representations of the characters from the comics into plastic. And here we have Boyfriend and Girlfriend, Hallows Eve and Chasm. Let's wrap up with some of the Who crew. Here we have Frogman, Tigra and Jocasta, who is reading out comments from from the last Marvel Legend review. Make sure you leave one in this video and she may pick you to read on the next. Who have you picked today?
No comment today. I just want to say, Happy New Year from the whole Who crew. Let's have a marvelous 2024.
And last but not least, here we have Captain Britain and Hellfire Hank. So, final thoughts on this Marvel Legends Spider-Man wave. Assassin Spider-Man, aka Spider-Shot. Honestly, I think this is a great Marvel Legend, a solid representation of this particular look for Spider-Man. I didn't have Superior Spider-Man to do a comparison, but that would have made sense, as I think Doc Ock ended up recruiting this version of Spider-Man to be part of his army of the multiverse, I think. But I don't have it. That is definitely a character that is worthy of a redo. The Superior Spider-Man is absolutely worth an upgrade. But this is a great looking Marvel Legend, great range of articulation, great representation of the character, and I really like how you can put the blast effect in its hand so you can recreate poses pulled from the source material. That's what we want recreated on our shelf. So you let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, is this a look for Spider-Man you liked? Did you want it in plastic? Are you happy with this figure? Let me know. And if you like Marvel Legends, and well, you're in the right place. Check out the videos tab, find the playlist, but most importantly, please, please, please hit that subscribe button, hit all on the notification bell, don't miss out on the video, and please hit that join button, become a channel member, either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Shout outs to Legendsverse for sponsoring the channel, as always, massively appreciated. Check them out, links in the description. You can find me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. I'm on Twitter at Dan Who Reviews. Maybe I'm on TikTok, maybe. And I will, of course, see you on the next one.